So there's been a lot of talk about the Doctor Doom Mythic on whether or not it's a good thing that it spawns like 5% of the time. I believe it is. Yeah, it is 5% of the time, because most of the player base is never going to see the item. Some people want to play with it. Some people like this change, and I'm here to give my 2 cents. And as always, guys, I would love to know what you think about the entire situation down below afterwards. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. Hey, if you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with too many YouTube channels. Guys, let's talk about this. So, shockingly, I think that for most of you who follow the channel, you might be shocked to see that I actually am weirdly pro the 5% type thing. And you know what? I wholeheartedly believe Epic Games is going to buff the spawn rate. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I should have mentioned this before the video began. The Doctor Doom Mythic, not the one that's in Battle Royale, but the one that's like the Infinity Gauntlet where you can become Doctor Doom with 1000 HP. That has a 5% chance of spawning every match. So the vast majority of the player base is never going to experience using Doctor Doom. And I'm weirdly okay with this, okay? I like that it's 5% because when you realize that you're in a game with Doctor Doom, or the island appears to be Doctor Doom, it's going to make that game feel so special. It's going to give you like a little bit of an adrenaline rush. Like the first realization, oh my god, the Doom Island is here. We're in that 5% game. That's crazy. And I think the math is, I could be wrong about this, 1 in 20 games. That's what it kind of worked out to be. My math in my head does not work usually, so ignore me if I'm incorrect on that. But you'll have that initial adrenaline rush, and I haven't played a game where I was in one of those games yet. I don't even know if that's ever going to happen to me, but this is actually giving me a reason to not play Reload, which is actually really cool, but that's besides the point. So you're going to have that initial adrenaline rush once you realize the Doom Island isn't even in your game. Then you're going to have to play so carefully. And guys, this is something that I've been talking about with Fortnite for a very long time, in the sense that something that's really missing from Fortnite is something like the Thanos LTM, or something like the mechs, or something that is super powerful. Like in the OG days, you had the John Wick, you had the Gold Scar, things like that that really make you play carefully, walk around. You need to be really strategic with your team. If you're playing solos, your heart's beating fast, you're hiding in a bush, you need to make sure you win this fight. You need to make sure that you don't die on the way to Loot Island. Then you need to make sure that you find a safe way up to Loot Island. You need to wait around the corner or something for just a chance to become the all-powerful Doctor Doom, and they made it so worth your while to become Doctor Doom. The Mythics are fantastic, like all the powers with it. Doctor Doom is scary, menacing, just like the Thanos LTM was. The first one I'm talking about. Like, I mean, it worked well in Endgame as well, but I'm talking about when Thanos was on the Battle Royale map. That was one of the most fun times in Fortnite history. You had this big, scary thing running around with so much HP, get siphoned on elimination, and I think Epic Games did a fantastic job in recapturing that. So I'm a little bit conflicted in how I feel about this, to be honest with you, because I did just say that I'm weirdly pro this. I think 5% of the time is too little, and by the time you're watching this video, it would not shock me, and I think I forgot to, I started mentioning that earlier, but I just got caught up in what I was saying. I wouldn't be shocked if by the time you're watching this video, Epic Games ended up buffing the spawn rate for it. I would say like 15 to 20% I'd be happy with. Don't get me wrong, if it was 100% of the time and there was a Doctor Doom in every single game, I'd be totally okay with that too. It's just like the Thanos LTM. It would be just as fun, but to get in one of those games, and I can't wait to get in one of those games, it's going to make the game so much fun. We're going to have like high stakes on the game just to get to experience this. And this is something that has been really missing from Fortnite. And I understand the criticism, okay? The vast majority of the player base will never even get into a game with Doctor Doom, but the fact that you keep playing with anticipation to keep trying to do that, I think it's a good thing for Fortnite personally. And look, guys, there's a ton that I don't like about Chapter 5, and I have only been playing Fortnite Reload recently. This is the thing that's getting me to play Battle Royale, and plus the Shuri Claws are super fun to me. So the Marvel Mythics that are getting added, and now we have leaks that we have 2 Iron Man Mythics coming in. It looks like Epic Games is building this season to be a lot stronger than when it initially launched, and I'm very thankful for that. I'm excited to play Fortnite. I love the Battle Royale experience, but I think it's a good thing once you see somebody just not liking Chapter 5. Well, you get my point. I still enjoy Chapter 5, but I like Reload more. This is taking me out of Reload to have the opportunity to play with something as powerful and as busted as Doctor Doom. I think it's one of the best things they've had in a long time. They're really getting this season kind of kicking into high gear now. The Shuri Mythic's a blast. I don't care for the dual SMGs, but we have more Mythics leaked to come. We have more LTMs leaked to come. By the way, I know that the Infinity Gauntlet was re-added to the files. I don't know if that's for an LTM, or I don't know if that's just something they reworked for Doctor Doom and we're not actually going to get the Infinity Gauntlet. But then we have the storyline, or we have the LTM goal, which is help Dr. Doom collect the Infinity Stones, so maybe we're gonna get some even bigger Thanos thing type back on the map. I don't know. It's all incredibly exciting. The storyline's exciting. Dr. Doom's exciting. If it were up to me, I would buff the spawn rate of Doom just a little bit, but the fact that it's 5%, and if you guys have watched, I don't know if I've mentioned it in my guide to fixing Fortnite. I don't recall, but I know I've mentioned this previously on the channel at some point. I always thought it would be really, really cool to have like a literally 1% chance every single match to play on the OG map. That would like make the game so hype, and like everything I just said about Dr. Doom, you need to spend the whole game playing so carefully. You would have so much fun. It would be a huge adrenaline rush just playing this one game because you got into the 1 in 100 game that has the OG map. I think that would be really cool personally, and this is kind of the reason that I'm seeing with Dr. Doom why this is so cool. I understand the criticism again, I get it, but I've had an idea for that for a very long time. I know I definitely mentioned it in the podcast I did with Jakey, but man, like, this is kind of that idea coming to play right now, and I really, really like that. I'm happy with this game, man. I'm happy with it, and this is shaping up to be the best season of Chapter 5 in my opinion. So far, I was saying that last season was the best, but of course, I know it was way too early to judge a season. Way too early. Unfortunately, Chapter 2 being peak Fortnite, I think that I will end up liking Chapter 2, the Chapter 2 OG map, or the OG season that they're doing more than I like this season, but I can't wait to see what they have planned, guys. Remember, this game's in a great state despite what you read online. Thank you for being here, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and check out that video, that entire interview I did with Jakey, getting to know a content creator. We talked about YouTube, we talked about the state of Fortnite, lots of things, guys. I would love to have you over there. Take care, everybody.